that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not.
It's Madden NFL 23, where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC East. It's the Crusaders and the Commanders, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East between our visitors and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native. At quarterback, it's Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Mayfield to throw on the first play. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw here taken in by Ingram. On the move past the 40. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And oh, he coughed it up. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On for the field goal try, Jonathan Garibay. And this a 39-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So they pulled a little rabbit out of their hat, nearly for 6, almost got the fake into the end zone. Either way, they're set up really nicely.
So we all fell for the illusion, didn't we? Did they saw someone in half on stage
well
on that one? I mean,
well
that was something right there. We fell for the fake in a big way, as did the defense. And look what it turned into, a monster play. And now they're set up inside the 5-yard line.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Robinson again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. taking it in from a yard out. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
All right, partner, a brand new season. With it comes a sense of unbridled optimism for every team and, of course, every quarterback. It's a blank slate for every passer in this league, and he really couldn't hide his excitement during interviews this week. He thinks his offense is stacked. They've spent the entire offseason making adjustments and trying to find another gear. And as this season begins, they believe they've found it. You watch him warm up, everything is crisp, moving with great speed. This is an offense that can't wait to get to the first series of the new year.
Second down, here's an option right. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Back to throw now on second and 10. Complete. Smith has it. He's got room at the 30. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. A good pickup there at 22.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, Johnson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. To throw again, Johnson. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Set for the second quarter, San Diego in possession of the football. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
From the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Mayfield off the play fake. And he finds McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 59 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good by Garibay, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here's Johnson off the play fake. And this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Johnson's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Johnson now, off play action. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. The heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Draw play to Sims. Shifts past him at the 45. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They got 29 yards that time.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Mayfield with it once more. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Evan Ingram, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Garibay on to attempt the point after. And it's 21-3. That time a 6-play drive. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That's caught. It's Kenneth Gainwell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He finds his man complete. It's Medina. Touchdown! A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Crusaders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown from the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mayfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mayfield to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with... seconds to go in the first half. Going to the air again with Mayfield. A dump off to Sims. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Garabay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We get started up here in Nashville, a good one in the AFC between Las Vegas and Tennessee. And you can see an 8-point game as they've gone to the intermission. Derek Carr has a couple of touchdown passes there. We'll stay in the AFC South as we make the trip to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Tom Brady, 4 touchdown passes. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for Washington, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From the 10. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Johnson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Johnson throwing on first down. And he fires one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. That's to his running back, Gainwell. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll look to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. First possession of the second half now for Washington. First down, Mayfield. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mayfield looks to throw. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Here's Mayfield. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mayfield now. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Mayfield off the play fake. And he finds McLaurin. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Terry McLaurin, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Johnson looking to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st down, Johnson. And that is incomplete. In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Throwing again. Johnson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Johnson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Johnson. He finds his man, complete. That's Medina. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run here with Gainwell. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Crusaders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Mayfield's throw here taken in by Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll run here with Sims. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Washington on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Here's Johnson on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Medina, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Johnson now on 1st down. Got him in. It's Brown. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Johnson. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. On 1st and 10, Johnson. And this one complete to Smith. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Looking to throw. Johnson. And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell. Touchdown! Kenneth Gainwell. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Crusaders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Now the ball comes loose. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Taken from about the 12. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this will be scooped up by the defense. On the move past the 40. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And this one is right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. And a short kick taken at about the 16. Well, this one, partner, was fun down at the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for our visitors, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Washington, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.